Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn. Today we are unboxing the monthly intention box from Cloth and Paper, but this one is unique because it's in collaboration with WonderMind, and so it has kind of a mental health and wellness element to it. I have the 6-month subscription to Cloth and Paper's box, and the last few boxes I've been kind of disappointed with, and I haven't been able to hide that in my videos, but I want to say like really clearly, I like Cloth and Paper. I love subscription boxes, and I've just been disappointed with the how things have been priced with the value of the box. So let me again say I am a Cloth and Paper fan. I've just been disappointed with the boxes. And so I think this is the last one in my 6-month subscription, but I do want to get the November box because it has a planner in it. So I'll probably just be more intentional with which intention box I get. This one I am very excited about. I already know that I'm going to like it because of the mental health and wellness element of it, and because you basically get the elements or the skeleton of a planner in this box, which is a tremendous value when you look at purchasing everything a la carte. So let's go ahead and open this up. They have really advertised the heck out of this box. So I've pretty much seen all the spoilers. I just haven't seen this in person, but I know pretty much what's in this box, and I know that I'm going to like it. So keep that in mind. I will say, before even knowing that there was basically a full planner in here, I wanted this box specifically for this pouch because I have said in previous unboxings, one of my favorite items from the Cloth and Paper boxes over the last 6 months of my subscription is this puffy jacket, rule of threes, zipper pouch. I really love this thing. It holds a lot. I've been putting my sticker albums in here, but you can, I think my Kindle fits in here. Not my Kindle, my iPad fits in here. If you have a smaller laptop, maybe, but it fits up to a classic size Discbound planner. And I really love this pouch. And so seeing that they were going to do another one with WonderMind, I was like, I need it. I absolutely need it. So honestly, the rest of the box could be just meh for me, and I would still be all about the freaking pouch because I love it. Let me also say, I know I haven't done my nails recently, and also I have a Band-Aid over my nail because I ripped my my fingernail, and I'm just afraid that I'll snag it or rip it even like further down. So this isn't a boo-boo. This is just hiding my nail. You probably didn't need to know that, but I know y'all are looking at my hands, so I felt like I needed to say something about that. Okay, so I'm going to take these items out. Oh, I'm really excited. I love the color going from that rich olive green to a powdery soft blue. It's just really pretty. So excited. So here is the inside of the box. Can we back up a little bit? So here's the top of the box, and this was a special print for the WonderMind collab, and I actually really like this. I like the change up. The black boxes are nice and very forgiving, hiding scuffs and stuff in the mail. So the white box didn't fare so well, but I like that they changed it up to really differentiate this box from the previous boxes. Okay, so let's start with the mini pouch, or this pouch here. And I believe regardless of what size inserts you get from Cloth and Paper, everybody got the same size of inserts and the same item in this box. So everybody got a half letter, which is perfect because I love a half letter. So the first item in the box is a really nice thick vellum. This is a very thick, almost cardstock style vellum. So slightly translucent, transparent. It says, "What does success look like for me?" And it has a metallic blue foil. I really like this. I've said in the past that I struggle with journaling cards just because I don't always have a use for them, but something about this one is really pretty, and it's a very good question to ask because success doesn't always mean, when it comes to profession or like making money, it looks different for each of us. It could be just waking up in the morning, like getting out of bed in the morning. that could be success for me. So I like this prompt, and I like the quality of this really thick vellum. So I like this. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I like it. So the next card I'm going to set aside, that is kind of a tour guide of what is in the box. Next we have, these are the things that I don't have a lot of use for. I haven't figured out or found my stride with these, but the first is the monthly reflection. So in every box you get a little mirror, and it has a word on it that, sorry guys, you're going to see my phone there. We'll go right there. It's got a word on it. So it's a functional mirror, but the word is like a reminder, and you can put it in your planner. This is presuming that you have a wrap or cover on your planner that you can slide this into. And it says, mind mapping. When you imagine yourself as really relaxed and happy, what are you doing? That's a very good question to ask. Again, I don't have a use for this, but it's cute. Next, we have the monthly stand, card stand. If somebody is getting these boxes, what are you guys using these for? They're meant to pop up and be like a monthly calendar, like pop up on your desk, but I'm not going to use it that way. I actually just had the thought that I could cut it and use it as a habit tracker. What do you guys think of that? Because it is a really nice piece of cardstock. I like the raised edges on the days of the month, but I don't need it as a pop-up calendar. So I could cut it here, and clip it into my planner, or I could use it as a habit tracker if there's one thing that I really want to track for the month. So then you could basically make a journaling card out of it, or you could use it for memory keeping too. I'm just coming up with some ideas for me to consider for myself. Okay, so those are the first 3 items. There is also, let me check some of the other paperwork. So there's information about WonderMind. If they are new to you, they are new to me, so I'll have to take some time to read more about them. But looks like they're all about creating the habit of taking care of your mind. And I think that's really important as well. So I'll read through this, and then I think I can show this as well, but they have all kinds of information at WonderMind, podcasts, workshops, and there's a content hub. So that card was in there. All right, let's take a look at the pens. Pens this month. I was excited about the pens when I saw that there was a zebra, is it zebra blend pen, because I actually really love the blends. I love this pen. I have a ton of them in white, of course. When I'm looking on my desk, I don't see one, but I love this. I already know that I love this pen, and I don't have one in this barrel. So I am very happy with this pen choice. And I know I've said with previous boxes, I've just not been impressed with the pens or the quality of the pens, but sorry guys, it's my dog. She barks. This is a blend 0.5, which I think all of the blends that I have in the white barrel, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. It's also really cool in Austin right now. So I have my window open so you can probably hear her more than normal. Is this focusing? I don't think it's focusing. Focus. It's kind of hard to hear. Do we do some weird? No, I can't do it. Anyways, this is a 0.5, and I think all of my blends are a 0.7 in the white barrel. So I'm very happy to have a 0.5. These are excellent gel pens. No complaints. There might be a little bit of a smear if you don't let it dry, but I'm a big fan of this pen. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. I already know that I like it, and to have it in a 0.5 is great. Having it in this really pretty blue color, I'm very happy with. So yes, yes, yes. And then very popular Pentel Energel pen. I don't have one like this, like with this clear barrel. It looks like it's got blue ink. Ooh, and it's got a needle tip. I do like a needle tip. So this is a 0.5. Oh, but that's like a nice blue. So if you're not a blue ink pen color person, you would like this one. Okay, this is okay. I feel like cloth and paper is definitely redeeming itself from last month's box. So Pentel Energel 0.5. This color, is there a name for this color? This is not your 80s and 90s blue ink. Can you guys see how pretty that is. It's like a dark smoke blue. So it has more of a gray tone to it than like a true blue inked pen where you're like, oh gosh, that's a blue pen. This is not that. This is much prettier. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited that of the blues that Cloth and Paper could give us, this is the blue tone that they've given us. And I really like this pen. So I think that Cloth and Paper hit it out of the park this month with the 2 pen choices. Very happy with these. Very on trend, very on brand or on point with the aesthetic of this box. I see the connections, and you know, one of the things that I talk about when I'm reviewing subscription boxes specifically is like, is it, you know, does it make sense altogether? Does everything help tell the story? Is everything perfectly curated and like working hand in hand with each other? And so far with the blue foil on the journaling card and then the 2 blue pens, one with the barrel, one with the ink, like we're seeing a story here. So pardon the noise. This makes me wish that the Cloth and Paper boxes were always collabs with other companies, because I wonder if that would help kind of change things up from the regular monthly box, because this is already, I think, a much better value than I've seen. And yeah, it seems cohesive. That was the word I was looking for. It is a cohesive bundle. And there's a lot of stuff in here, like a whole lot of stuff. Oh my gosh. Let's start with the pouch just to get this out of the way. I love it. Already I love it. Zipper pouch. It's got embroidered CP on the side. Opens up. There are no pockets on the inside, which I didn't like at first with the green pouch, but I've come to actually appreciate that there isn't anything that's getting caught on the way down into the bag, or there's no like place for it to get caught. There is a tag on the inside that says WonderMind X Cloth and Paper, and I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty. Let me see if it's the same size as this guy. So on the green one, we have the Cloth and Paper embroidered down in the center bottom front. And then on this one, we have it on the side. And it looks like size-wise, you know what? The WonderMind, actually, let me zip it just to be sure. Silver hardware, I like that. It looks like a slightly different shape. A little bit taller maybe. And that could just be because it's puffy. But no, it looks, can you see that? Maybe a ½ inch taller. So it's a little bit bigger. But oh my gosh, you guys, these are so nice. And I don't think they sell them on the website. So I am really excited about this one. Oh, Cloth and Paper. I love you guys. You are redeeming yourselves. This is great. I really love this pouch, especially if, no, I don't think my laptop's going to fit in it. But I like this as like a soft carry-all for my iPad and like a notebook or journal. Yes, 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 yes. Very happy with that stuff so far. Let's open up this guy. We've got some sticky notes. I will say I like their, when they use this kind of packaging, this kind of, it's like a, it's not wax. It's like if wax paper wasn't waxy, it's that kind of packaging. I like it. So I like this style of packaging, and yeah, I hope they move into that a little bit more. So here is the sticky note set. We've got paper. These ones are paper sticky notes. Looks like the adhesive goes about 1/3 of the way down, and it just says mental note down at the bottom. And then on the side, we have little like page flags. And these are really pretty. Let's take one of each. They are adhesive all the way up to the colored part of the tab. So they're not going anywhere. That whole thing is adhesive. And that nude color looks almost clear when you actually set it down as a single piece. Let's check out this guy. Yeah, That's nice. I like the amount of adhesive on here because it makes this more functional as a tab because the bulk of it is, you know, taped down. I like those. I like those. I always have a hard time with storing like pallets of sticky notes like this. So, yeah, like the last one. No, this was what, a couple of boxes ago. Like this big guy. It's just so big and awkward. I might want to look up some ways to maybe just cut this down. I mean, maybe that's all I would do is just take a knife and cut it like this. And then maybe cut this guy so they stay as a set here. But I like these. Always pull from left to right or right to left. It should prevent curling. It did for the most part. And I always feel if there's like some stickiness afterwards, not too bad. So I like this. Think the colors are nice. I think this is a nice addition to have on the page. So I'm okay with that. Let's take a look at these stickers. I have a hard time with this. Oh, they're punched. Oh, well, that's nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave this guy out so you can see it. So these are mood and dot stickers. So we've got little faces with smiley face, a kind of straight mouthed kind of or indifferent apathy face maybe. We've got a frown, we've got a surprise, we've got a, I don't know, pained, a happy, and then a, I don't know, with the X'd out eyes, deceased eyes, I don't know. And then we have the matching dots down below. I have had a hard time storing cloth and papers sticker sheets like this. I think I've shared how I've been doing it and it's fine. I'm using pocket folders on a Discbound binder, but I like this more because it's punched. So we can actually pop this into the notebook in just a minute. So that's a nice little sheet. I don't know if I'll use them, but it's nice to have. Let's open this guy up. Now these, I'm very excited about this blue color. These are 0.93 by 4.25 matte and glossy clips. Let's open this guy in the color Santorini. Am I opening this right? I'm not a huge fan of the gloss, but I love the matte of these clips. So I'm excited to have this in the matte blue. I think the matte blue is definitely my speed. So here is the matte blue, and it's a magnetic clip. It's a nice clip. Clips nicely. Yeah, that's really nice. The matte is just pretty. On the inside, it says CP ingrained in there. Engraved on there. And then the shine, I think it's just, I like not shiny things. I think I just prefer the look of the matte. The other difference between the matte and the clear is the clear one has like an extra border around it. And I'm not as fond of the clear border. Some people might actually like that, so it's just personal preference. But here is the shiny one. And you can see that kind of clear like laminate around it. Something about that, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of. But there's your engraved CP. So you could go either way on this, right? Yeah. If you want the CP to show, you can just flip it around. So here are the two clips. These are great. I think that they're really strong. I've received and purchased a lot of magnetic clips in my day. And I do think that Cloth and Paper has done a good job of replicating what's so successful about the Ollie clips and bringing it to the Cloth and Paper aesthetic. So I think these are great. This is definitely my preference. And I love that it's a set of two. So I could gift one, keep one. If I ever want that kind of jelly look, I could switch over to this one. But these are really pretty and the colors are really pretty. So I'm happy with that, adding that to my collection. We're saving the meat and potatoes for the end, so we'll get there. The next item in this box is a vellum. I don't know if I knew this was in the box. Okay, their vellums are very thick, and I like that because these are going to last for years. So other companies that do vellum dashboards, I would love if they kind of took, maybe took notes from the thickness of this vellum. You can't see quite as well underneath if you're doing layering, but this thing is sturdy. It's a very thick vellum. It just says WonderMind X cloth and paper. I think this was a missed opportunity. I understand the branding, but I probably wouldn't put a vellum dashboard that's just branding in my planner. If this had a quote about mindfulness or mental health, I would much prefer it than having just a branded dashboard. So I like the material. I'm not a fan of what has been printed on it. That's just me. Personal opinion. Okay, the last item is the Big Kahuna. Or really, I mean, the pouch for me was called Big Kahuna, but this is nice. This is really nice. If you know or have shopped and looked at individual elements from discs to a cover to inserts to build a custom planner, it can add up really quickly. And the fact that this box includes a disc-bound half-letter skeleton or framework is really, really nice, because at this point, if you're brand new to disc-bound planning and you just got this box for the first time, this is your, I mean, you could take everything out if you wanted to and build your custom planner from here. You'd probably want to increase the size of your discs because you can't hold that much on here. These look maybe 3/4 of an inch would be my guess. They are plastic and a really pretty, I'm going to call this like an Alice in Wonderland blue. I don't know what they call, they called it Santorini, right? Didn't they call these Santorini? They call it Santorini, but think of Alice in Wonderland blue. So I think the discs are really pretty. If you were to make this into an actual planner, then you would need to upgrade the size of the discs. But if you're new, again, this is like everything that you need all in one. And then you can just buy your inserts for the new year. So that is pretty darn awesome. So it says Candid Wellness Discbound Journal. It is a half letter and includes colored discs, the clear cover, embossed dashboard, vellum dividers, Hobonichi weekly insert. Very excited for that. Reflection inserts and focus inserts. So right off the bat, I think this is really pretty. I like the blue on the frosted cover. I think that's a nice color. Navigating the labyrinth of inner struggles demands honesty. Sharing our truths fosters understanding, empathy, and connection. Let's break the silence, illuminate shadows, and embrace the vulnerability as we journey towards healing and wholeness. If you are not using this for like mental health or wellness, you're using this as your main planner, what I would do, the back doesn't have anything on it. So I would just basically change the cover out, put this guy on the back, and then you would have, well, I'll just show you. Pull from the top down, slide the back cover forward, and then you can put this guy on the back. Might not look the most, aesthetic from the back perspective, but, at the end of your planner, I think it's okay to have Candid right there. So that is one way that you can kind of start modifying this if you're going to actually use it as a planner that's not focused on wellness. So the dashboard on the inside says you are allowed to be a work in progress, WonderMind X cloth and paper. And this is a cardstock dashboard that has raised text. Really hoping you guys can see that. It says work in progress. Very pretty, very neutral. I like that this is layered underneath that cover with the blue. I maybe would consider using a different pen color and maybe coloring in the raised edge if I want it to kind of stand out a little bit more. But very clean, very neutral, which is what cloth and paper does. Okay, I'm going to pop this back open. Oh, one other thing to note. These clear covers have a plastic like protectant on it right here. So if you're getting this box and you are new to getting products like this, make sure you peel off that protection, because then you'll have a nice clear glass plastic look. If you open this up, you're gonna go, oh, it's kind of foggy. We'll peel this off and it won't be so foggy. Okay, let me put this back on. I do like the blue, and I like the word candid as a kind of a word guide for a journal cover. So I think it looks nice, but I wouldn't use this for a planner cover, if that makes sense. I would make the swap. Okay, so let's take a look. You know what? I'm going to take off the protection from my nail. Just hope we don't rip more because it's starting to bother me. Okay, work in progress. This notebook belongs to, so we have kind of a title page. And then, okay, so these dividers are made from that really thick vellum. Really thick vellum. So that's nice. They feel significant. When I read that the dividers were going to be vellum, I was thinking of a different material or a different thickness of vellum. This is a very thick, sturdy piece of vellum. So I believe that this would be long lasting. I'm curious if you are not using maybe some of these other dividers as they are labeled. I'm curious if you can do that trick of applying a little bit of nail polish remover, one that has acetone. If you could just rub it on a Q-tip onto the vellum, and if that would remove the ink, and then you could label this however you want. So that might be a trick to try. Maybe I'll try it and see how that works on vellum, because it is kind of, yeah, the dividers are telling you what each section is for: agenda, workshop, and journaling, and you might want to repurpose that. So agenda, very, very excited about this because I love a graph grid, and I love the Hobonichi Weeks layout in general. And actually one of my planners for 2025, I haven't even seen it yet in person, but I'm fairly certain is going to be this kind of layout. I like having Monday through Sunday on one side and then open grid on the right side for whatever I want. It can be brain dumping, it can be decorative, it can be for journaling, but I really like this layout. I think it's incredibly functional. And if this isn't sold on the Cloth and Paper website, I hope that they start selling it, because I think it would be a very, very popular layout. So we have our days of the week over here, open section, and it's undated. So you put what week it is, you can put the date right here, and then you have graph grid on 2/3 of the box. So this could maybe be call outs for maybe appointments, meetings, important things, and then maybe your tasks are over here. Or maybe you do your meals for the day, if you're doing like food tracking here, and then to-dos over here. So I like that there is kind of a dividing line, so you can structure this however you want with different pieces of information. So I like that, and I like the graph grid on the other side. This is probably one of my favorite layouts as I learn more and more about the different planners out there and the different layouts. And as my planning style changes year after year or even month after month, I find myself gravitating towards this layout. The week on one side and then open on the other. It just makes sense for me in the phase of life that I'm in. So the other cool thing about this layout is if this big open space is overwhelming to you, the line between each day actually continues all the way across. So technically, you could see this as a horizontal planner where Monday goes all the way across, Tuesday goes all the way across, Wednesday, and so on. But I like seeing this as my weeklies and then my brain dumping space. So how many weeks do we have? Did they tell us on here? It'd be nice if they told us on here, because I don't want to have to count, but let's count because I'm a sucker for details. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Well, 15, and then you could just add some dot grid here. So 15 weeks. So you're looking at just over 3 months, basically, of undated planning pages. I think that's very generous for a subscription box. Any subscription box that gives me 3 months of actual calendar planning pages is a win for me. It's like enough, significant enough of a sample to figure out if it's a layout that you like. So I like that this front section is the agenda. Let's take a look at the workshop section. And this is probably unique to some of the methods that they teach over at WonderMind. So we've got, what did they call this one? Workshop. So we've got workshop pages. So reflection, and then you would just highlight what you're reflecting on, whether it's a workshop, a book, an article, a movie or film, podcast, other, the name of the workshop, the book, etc., what the topic is, the summary, some key takeaways, what was your emotional response to it, and then open dot grid for thoughts. I actually really like this. In thinking about how I would incorporate it, ooh, and they're double-sided. So you've got quite a bit of reflection pages. This could be a really, really good option if you're someone that likes doing kind of continuing education classes, or you watch a lot of TED Talks. I could see, or maybe you're doing like a Bible study or a book study and you meet with people once a month. This could be a good like summary page for the study that you're working on. So I think it's generic enough that you could apply it to a number of different areas of life. You could also, modify this by throwing some washi down at the top and maybe using it for school. You could probably do that too. So I'm okay with this. I would have to think about how I'd make it work for me. But I don't have any, personal opinions on this. It's a nice page. Let's see how many you get. How many reflection opportunities? So they're double-sided, so 2. These pages want to pucker. 2, 4, 6. Oh, there's a lot. 1, let's just go this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think there's going to be 15 pages in each section, just based on the fact that we now have our second. So there's 30 opportunities to reflect. This would be really good if you go to planner conferences, and let's say you're going to Chicago Planner Conference, for example, and there's a guest speaker or like a Go Wild guest speaker. These could be really good takeaway notes from the speakers. Like, did anybody go to Go Wild and listen to the Notique owner's speech, her sharing? Oh, it was so good. That would be something I would use this for. So if you're going to conferences and events, you could use this layout for takeaways from those like keynote speakers. Okay, let's move to the last section, which is the journaling section. And very simple. I think this was a nice touch. So we have a focus box up at the top, so you can put kind of what you're focusing on or what the theme is that you're writing about. You've got a space for the date up at the top, and then it's just lined note pages. Very clean, very simple, very good for on the go. I will say this would be a really good just on the go planner. I feel like, yeah, I mean, this could even be, sorry, I'm still thinking about how I would use this. This would be good for sermon notes at church, right? Wouldn't this be a good layout for sermon notes? Yeah, sorry, thinking out loud. I think that'd be really nice. And then if you needed additional note space, you have that in the back. I like this. I think this was a nice touch. Let's see if there's anything at the back. Nope, just ends with your final focus page and white at the end. I think this is a really, really nice notebook, and I'm very pleased that it was included in the box. Let's add this guy in. So So if you want to go super branded, you can do it that way. But then look, then you have WonderMind X cloth and paper, and then you have WonderMind X cloth and paper. So maybe you wouldn't layer there. Maybe you would throw it here. And then we have our stickers, our mood stickers. You pop that on. That's nice. I like it. And then we could take this guy. What does success look like for me? Let's grab one of these clips. And let's say we want to clip to the current week and it's maybe a couple pages in. Then you could just clip here. And then when you open up your planner or your notebook, you go directly to the current week. I like it. I think it's nice. All right, so that is everything from my subscription box from Cloth and Paper this month, the intention box. What do you guys think? I think this was a hit. It was a bop for me. I love the cover or the pouch. I think this was an excellent value. I like the clips. I think the pens were definitely a win this month, especially this blue ink being like a blue gray. That is so pretty. I still have no idea what I'm going to do with these things. And I still don't know how to store this, but I like the elements of it. So I'm definitely going to be using those. So let me know. What do you guys think? I think this was my last of the 6-month subscription, but I know I want to get the November box. So we'll see if we keep going. But I thought this was great. Like really great. And I'm so relieved because I really struggled last month. But this has so many redeeming qualities. And I think this was a great collaboration. Well done, Cloth and Paper. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you want to hang out with me over on Instagram, you can find me at The Joyful Sojourn. And if you want to hang out with me again, then you might want to consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that notification bell so that you are alerted whenever I post a new video. I have so many thoughts and feelings about the 2025 year and what planners I'm going to be using. So if you are curious, then make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. And I'll see you in my next video.